quiet journey into the hidden corners of the world. Tonight, we travel to a place that feels suspended between time and dream. A small village perched on the slopes of Samothraki, a place called Chora. A village with only a handful of people. 2 cafes. A bakery. A grocery market. A fruit store. And more cats than anyone can count. But these aren't ordinary cats. They are the silent guardians of the village. The keepers of its peace. The watchers of its winds. Tonight's story is about one of them. A silver-furred cat named Thalassa. And the day she rearranged the wind. So settle in. Let your breath slow. Let your shoulders soften. And let the story carry you gently into the night. Let's begin. Morning in Chora always begins the same way. The sun rises slowly over the mountain ridge, spilling gold over the whitewashed houses. The stone paths warm one pebble at a time. And the villagers gather at the first cafe, the one with the wooden chairs that creak in a familiar way. They don't gather because they must. They gather because it feels right. Because in a village this small, mornings are a shared ritual. Yanis the baker arrives first, dusted with flour. Maria from the fruit store follows, carrying a basket of figs. Old Dimitris shuffles in, leaning on his cane, nodding to everyone as if blessing the day. And above them, on the sun-soaked walls, the cats stretch awake. They stretch slowly, luxuriously, as if they have all the time in the world. Which, in their minds, they do. Among them is Thalassa. Silver fur. Eyes the color of early morning light. A tail that moves like a soft question mark. She always chooses the same spot, a warm stone ledge where the breeze changes direction. No one knows why she prefers that exact place, but she does. And in Chora, when a cat chooses something, you don't question it. You simply accept that the cat knows something you don't. But on this particular morning something feels different. The villagers notice it first in small ways. The olive trees stand too still. The laundry on the lines hangs without movement. The sea below looks like a sheet of glass, beautiful, but unsettling. And then someone says it out loud, there is no wind. The words ripple through the cafe. No wind on Samothraki, an island where the wind is as constant as breath. Yanis frowns. His bread hasn't risen properly. Maria's figs feel strangely warm. Even the cats seem alert, ears twitching, whiskers stiff, all except Thalassa. She sits perfectly calm, tail wrapped neatly around her paws, watching the still air with a knowing expression. The villagers try to ignore the unease creeping into their chests. But in a place where nature is a companion, not a backdrop, the absence of wind feels like a missing heartbeat. Hours pass. The stillness deepens. The village grows quiet. And then Thalassa stands. She stretches, slow and deliberate. Then she hops down from her ledge and begins to walk. Not hurried. Not alarmed. Just purposeful. The other cats watch her. The villagers watch her too. Because when a cat in Chora decides to do something, it's usually important. Thalassa begins her walk through the village. She moves like a whisper. Like a thought drifting through a dream. She visits the gardens first. At Eleni's house, she brushes her tail against the basil. At Manoli's home, she pauses by the tomato vines. At Sophia's courtyard, she sniffs the fig tree, then nods, as if confirming something only she can sense. The villagers follow at a respectful distance. Not too close. Not too far. Just enough to witness whatever is unfolding. Thalassa continues her journey, weaving through narrow alleys, stepping over sun-warmed stones, passing the old church with its faded blue door. She climbs a set of steps that lead to the highest rooftop in the village. A place where the sky feels close enough to touch. The villagers gather below, craning their necks. Thalassa reaches the top. She circles once, twice, then curls into a perfect silver spiral, and begins to purr. At first, the villagers hear nothing. Just the silence of a windless day. But then, a vibration. Soft. Steady. Like the hum of the earth itself. Thalassa's purr grows deeper, richer, spreading through the stones beneath her. It travels down the walls, across the rooftops, through the narrow alleys. The villagers feel it in their feet. In their chests. In the quiet spaces behind their thoughts. The air begins to shift. Not suddenly. Not dramatically. Just a whisper at first. A sigh. A gentle stirring. A leaf trembles. A curtain flutters. A strand of hair lifts from someone's forehead. The villagers hold their breath. The wind returns. Slowly, gracefully, as if waking from a long sleep. It swirls around the village, warm and familiar. It rustles the olive trees. It carries the scent of thyme and sea salt. It dances through the gardens, brushing the basil, the tomatoes, the figs. And above it all, Thalassa continues to purr. Until the wind is fully restored. Only then does she uncurl, stretch, and settle back into her usual calm. As if nothing extraordinary has happened. The villagers return to their routines. Yanis dough rises beautifully. Mariah's figs cool in the breeze. The sea regains its familiar shimmer. Life in Chora resumes its gentle rhythm. But something has changed. Not in the wind. Not in the weather. In the villagers themselves. They look at Thalassa with new understanding. New respect. A quiet gratitude. They don't speak of what happened. Not directly. Not in words. But every time the wind feels especially soft. Especially kind. Especially tuned to the needs of the village. Someone will smile and say, Thalassa is in a good mood today. And everyone will nod. Because in Chora, the cats are more than companions. They are guardians. Balancers. Keepers of harmony. And Thalassa is the one who rearranges the wind. Thank you for joining this quiet journey into the heart of Chora. A place where the wind listens. The stones remember. And the cats keep watch. As you drift toward sleep, imagine the soft breeze returning to your own world. Carrying away the weight of the day. Bringing calm to your thoughts and leaving only stillness behind. May your night be peaceful. May your dreams be gentle. And may the wind always find its way back to you. Good night.